personal news wise, before I get to that, I left the rally. I did like some media hits there. I got to talk to some of the canvassers, the canvas leads, as you guys saw, and I think it was really good because remember, this is a people back candidacy. This is a people back campaign. This is a people back movement, right? And I think Zoran, being the charismatic figure that he is good, is great, right? But also, what's even more important than Zoran is why his message resonates with so many people and how many people are actually on board with it and willing to go out and knock on some doors for him and try to spread the word, right? It makes it much easier to be able to do that when it makes it much easier to do that when, you know, you have something to fight for. You have something that people want to get on board with, right? And anyway, I keep going back to the same stuff. I'm not going to do this political coverage yet. I want to do personal news because there was something funny that took place as well. And that is on my way back, ladies and gentlemen, I got on the flight. You know, I came back home. I basically packed everything up. I went to sleep, woke up super early, got on the flight, and lo and behold, who's sitting next to me? Neil deGrasse Mother Tyson. That's right. I'm on the plane. I sit down. I see a man wearing a Indiana Jones hat. I'm like, who's this guy? He was sitting right next to me on the seat next to me. Okay. It was pretty cool. At first I didn't say nothing to him. Right. You know, you can't be like crazy. You can't be weird about it. But he took a selfie with me afterwards, but I'll get to that in a second. So we just start having, like, I briefly started talking to him, and in my mind, I'm thinking, I can't fart anymore. Okay. That's my first thing that I'm thinking. I'm like, there's no way. I already learned the hard way when someone else did that to me on one of the flights recently, where I was like, I'm a no farter on airplanes now. I don't do that anymore. Like, I've already talked about it, but regardless, Aside from that, okay, listen. We start talking and stuff. First of all, he is so woke. He is Mr. Woke. And not only is he Mr. Woke, but he's also very woke in like in ways that I think in an understanding of politics that I normally don't see from people in that age group. Okay? And I talk to a lot of people who are fairly knowledgeable about politics in that age group, whether they be politicians or whether they be consultants, whether they be members in the media. And in many circumstances, their understanding of specifically China, for example, is not like as comprehensive, as open-minded. And it was very cool. It was very cool to have like a long conversation with them about, you know, the space race, the history of it, all of that stuff. I told him about how, you know, my brother works for Boeing, stuff like that. But yeah, he's amazing. And at the end of our trip, because I obviously passed out, woke up, he was like, listen, let me take a photo with you, because he's like, my children, they're like, you know, all over Twitch, and you know, one of them spends a lot of time. And I think there are what do you call it? There are people. Their kids are Hasanabi heads, for the record. They're in here. So yeah. And I also I literally didn't even ask him to be on the Fear M podcast, but I did actually ask him to be on with Adapt, because a couple days ago I had seen Adapt talking about who his number one collab is, like who his number one like dream collab is. And he was asked about it, and he said, "Oh, Neil deGrasse Tyson." And I was like, "All right, well, I gotta try and make this happen." So after talking to him all the entire time, I mean, he said, "Well, let's connect, and I'm sure we'll figure out a way." I was like trying to get out of there, but yeah, I'm gonna try to see if I can get him linked up with Adapt while he's here, while he's in LA, because he's not based out of LA. He lives mostly in New York, but I think he's here he's here to do some media stuff. But yeah, I think it would be cool to get him to do an Adapt stream, but we shall see. The Hasanabi method have crazy cool interactions and take zero photos. I mean, he took a photo. Maybe he'll post it. I don't know. Maybe his son will post it and then we'll find it. But he took a little selfie photo. I didn't ask for one. I thought it would be not very cool of me to do so. All I can think about is Austin saying the science guy, and everyone saying Bill Nye, and Austin saying no, Neil deGrasse Tyson. Yeah, but it was very cool. It was very cool. He's the man. He's the very nice guy, interesting guy. Anyway, he did. I think he did. He also the entry point to the convo was quite literally that he's done the Adam Friedland show. I was like, oh, I think you did one of my friends' podcast, the Adam Friedland show. And he was like, yeah. But in any case, that was cool. That was fun. Aside from that, what else is taking place? I know there's like a lot of drama happening on the background and like some serious stuff as well, not just drama. But like, I haven't had even a fraction of a second to figure out any of that stuff, ironically enough, because I've been in New York, and there's some very serious stuff. There's some drama as well, and it's all over the Twitch sphere. It's all over the Twitter sphere. It's all over TikTok, it seems. Everyone's yelling at one another, and it's kind of crazy because like I've been so out of it. I have been so out of touch with all of that stuff, and ironically enough, it's like given me tremendous mental clarity, if that makes sense. It's like all this stuff is like popping off, and I'm in New York City. I'm like just oblivious to it all, trying to make sense of what's going on in New York City politics in general. So I'm probably not going to touch it until I get a better understanding of what's going on. But yeah, hi Hassan, this is Cuomo. Do you condemn Hamas? Oh no, Andrew Cuomo, he's in the chat. I believe it.